and this is normally my booktube, but today is the first day that it is a Shadowhunters After show. So I have a few things to talk about, because not too much happened in this episode, just enough for a first episode. But I need to talk about the good things and the bad things. Mostly because my friend Becca messaged me and said, talk about the good things and the bad things, because I always just talk about the good things or just the bad things. So, first thing, let's see, how did the episode start? The exact way that the sneak peek started. That was good and bad, because at first I was like, oh, I've seen this before. But at the same time, I was able to get up and change the lighting for the TV show. That way, I could see it in the maximum viewing without feeling like I was missing something. So that's good. And then I really liked how they edited the scenes I've already seen, so they didn't. I was still surprised, even though I've seen the exact scenes. I like that because, you know, gotta keep me interested. It's Shadowhunters, it's the best thing ever, but if you're not interested, what's the point? Now, some things I had to mention. My best friend made me a list. It's very long. Of things that were bad to her. Maybe not to me, but to her. First thing she put on was the Institute. Now, they changed the Institute a lot. In the book, it was just a church. A really, really old church. And in the TV series, it's still an old church, but on the inside is James Bond. And now, I'd love to see what they do with this, because it's definitely a big change, and it's a more modern change. But there was nothing wrong with the first Institute. There's nothing that annoyed me about it. I like that it was kind of old, brought us back. But let's see where they go with this. Maybe it's a really good thing. I didn't dislike it. It's not the book. But I didn't dislike it. Next thing. Oh yeah. Can't forget that my friend Becca put it so eloquently. Luke's a black man! I think she's being a little racist, to tell you the truth, because I think Luke's awesome in this role. But they did change his character in a lot of ways, not just making him black, which is not a big deal at all, but the fact that he's now a policeman, which I actually find great, because in the book series, his Chinese restaurant where all of his wolves live is also on the inside a police department, which is why they have jail cells in the first time that Claire goes in there. So the fact that the whole thing went on at a police department was like exactly like the book, which was a cool twist because you're like expecting complete difference, but there's still similarities between the book and the movie. I mean, in the TV show, no one likes the movie. Go away, movie. We don't need you here. So that's absolutely amazing in every way. Another thing that my friend put on a very eloquently written list was, where is Simon's band? And I must say, she's a very good point on this one, because just think about it. The band was hilarious with all its really stupid names and all of that, and got that in there very well. But it was an actual band. A really bad band, and it sang more songs than Forever by One Direction, actually by Jay-Z, and then Given to One Direction, but still, it wasn't the same. It wasn't the stupid, idiotic boys that I always shook my head at like they were idiots. And it wasn't the Marine from the books, which I understood they were going to change in the first place, but still. I'm using but still a lot in this video, because, like, I can't not use it. It's a very, I'm repetitive. Just get over it. Okay, so I would have liked if there was more people in the band, because it's a band. It's not Marlene and Simon. If it was Marlene and Simon, you wouldn't need a band name. You just call them the Marlene and Simon Show. So I'd really like to know I'd really like to know if they're gonna go somewhere with that. If we're gonna meet one of the other characters who is a band player or something, because really, that's not a band. I didn't even care about it before the show started, but I kind of want to know. Like, you need more than 2 people in a band. You need a guitarist, a bassist, a drummer, a singer, and apparently Marine's a piano player. But, like, you're missing most of the band here. Like, 3 of the most important parts are missing. Maybe we'll see them. Let's hope. I really hope. Let's hope that they get a better name than Hard Rock Panda 2, because no. Okay, so 3 more things on my friends list before we move on. One thing, Clarice's mom actually told her stuff. That was very surprising and big twist on the story, but I think I understand why, which is what made me so excited. I think that they changed Magnus's spell a little bit, so it wasn't a spell that you'd have to redo every few years like in the books, but it was a long period of time, but once you get to that period of time, stopped. Which explains why she's trying to tell her now when she's 18, because she's seeing all of these runes and everything now, and her mom has to tell her before she finds out, right? But apparently that did not happen. But that's the reason that Clary's mom started telling her, giving her the stele, and telling her all about, well, trying to tell her about the Shadow World until the last possible second when she had to throw her through a portal. Second to last thing on this list, not enough Malik. Now, I must say, me and my friend are very obsessed with Malik. But not one scene. I mean, I get that it's too early. We're gonna get it earlier on the TV show than we got in the books. But I've seen so much of Malik in the videos that all I want is Malik. It's just like, Malik! I'm just like, oh. It was so perfect. I need more. So as much as that's not something that would have actually made the episode better, it would have been really weird and messed up the entire thing. I'm just so excited for Malik. They have an entire episode named after Malik. Like, I'm so ready. I can't wait another week. I can't wait till after this video is done. I need to watch it now. Okay. And the last thing on this list is Dorothea. Dorothea. How do you say her name? I'm bad at saying names and I don't have it in front of me, so it's not like I'm reading it. Either way, in the book series, she is an old woman who does not actually have power. I think she's like half warlock or something weird like that. And she's just the next door neighbor. She's not working for Jocelyn. But at the same time, I loved their twist. I got bored with Dorothea in the books right away, and then she dies, and you're like, whatever, I don't care. I got really sad when they killed off, I guess they call her Dot on the TV show. I got really sad when they called her that. I was so, like, interested in her character. She just made me happy. I liked it. It was a very cool change. Because, come on, Dorothea creeped you out in the movie too. We all know it. Very creepy. This was a needed change. It was very sad when she died. Now, it was still a change. Maybe an unneeded change. But I think that it was worth it. So, there goes my friends list of pros and cons I need to go over. And I did. My friend who made this list for me, Rebecca, is a very awesome person. She told me that I had to tell you that she is an awesome person. So here I am, telling you. But if that doesn't prove to you that she's awesome, look at my runes. These are all hand-drawn. Here's the angelic rune. The fearless rune that I specifically asked for because it's my favorite. the strength rune, which really helped with cheer practice today. Back talk, people. Killing it. My voice rune, so I can see into the shadow world. My knowledge rune, that I didn't actually really need, because look at me. I have plenty of knowledge. I have straight A's. And my unseen rune, that way I can freak out Simon whenever I want and just be like, da, da, oh look, here I am. So, there's proof that Rebecca is awesome. We were going to do her nails too, but you can only do so much in the middle of bio. Your teachers get mad. Like, she was drawing this in the middle of announcements this morning, and I don't think the teacher was impressed. No. Oh well. So, my overall thoughts of the TV show is that, well, as my mom told me while she was watching the show, it looks a lot like the book. But she also said these things, and it's so great to have someone who has not read the books as thoroughly as I haven't read the books at all, just watched the movie and thought it was terrible, but watches a TV show and tells me these few things. Very intellectual. It's not as rushed as the movie. It's actually kind of good. Good job, Mom. And the fact that it was the version of the movie without all the super creepy, weird things that I hated. Maybe it's because I watched Disney Channel way too much, but I really like this version of the Shadowhunter world, and I was very happy to see it brought to life. Now, who knows how the rest of the season's gonna go. Maybe I'll end up hating the show by episode 13, but at the moment, I'm excited. So, I'd like you guys to tell me below what you think. Did you like the show? Did you hate the show? You know, tell me. I need to know what you think. Is there anything you want me to bring up in the next episode? Next after show of the next episode. I'm sure I will. I just love to hear what you need to say. Until then, I hope you all follow the ShadowhuntersTV.com thing like I do and just comment on everything, because that's the only thing that's going to get me through to next week. I am obsessed. Goodbye!